Welcome, Cinepals. I'm Jabby Coe, joined by KRISTEN, STEPHENSONPINO. And we are looking at our cats. Oh, I thought that said 3. It's a cat emoji thing. By TheOdd1sOut. Thank you so much, TheOdd1sOut, for allowing us to react to this. Y'all, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, vote this up, let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching by subscribing and upvoting. Subscribe to Odd1sOut. There's a link in the description below if you want to click on that, give the original an upvote, subscribe to him from there, and follow KRISTEN on the social media. All right. How many cats do you have? Zero. How many cats do I have? None.
My sister has 3.
I did live with a roommate who had a cat, who has had a cat. I don't know if the cat's alive anymore. And my sister has a cat. That's my experience. And growing up, as we established in the previous video that we shot, I had a lot of cats growing up.
People who have like a lot of cats are kind of weird.
My dad is
weird.
He was a weird person.
They're a little weird.
All right, here we go.
If you thought my family owned a lot of hamsters, wait till I tell you about all the cats we had. Just a heads up though, some of these cats are dead. They all lived 9 happy lives. None of them had a painful death. Except for one, maybe. We don't know. We'll get into that.
I have a cat like that.
Cats. Some people think cats are jerks and not as loyal or loving as dogs.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
And they're right. But if you think about it,
And they're right.
our lives.
I thought he was going to say the opposite. That's funny.
Dogs. And they're right, but if you think about it, cats improve our lives every day. Think back to YouTube in 2006. What was popular?
All right.
Cat videos.
I do
if
like
it wasn't
the videos.
for cats,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have YouTube as a platform.
That's true.
Which I could make the argument is another jerk thing cats did. Now, I'm a cat lover. And anyone who says they dislike cats has obviously never snuggled up with a cat and had it purr on your chest.
Lies.
As you pet it for so long that you both fall asleep and all your anxieties melt away and the only thing you
had
care
that?
about
Yeah.
is your fragile feline friend.
No.
Or they're allergic.
Need a second?
That was so real for me. Ouch. My soul. Maybe that's why I'm just bitter.
That happened to a
'Cause I
Char.
can't do that anymore.
That's happened to a Char multiple times.
It just swells up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I'm slightly allergic to cats as well. Because every time I snuggle up with one, my eyes get all watery, my nose gets all stuffy.
Yep.
But like, I can deal with that. Maybe this is what love feels like. People like to put everybody into 2 categories. Either you're a dog person or a cat person. Why do I have to pick just one? Can't I look at these 2 animals and say that both of them have good qualities that make them amazing pets? Why can't I pick both? I'm bisexual for animals. Wait, that
Sounds
being
wrong.
said, here's all the cats I had growing up. So our family had just moved to our new house and we're all getting ready to go to church when my older brother, who was outside for some reason instead of getting ready, heard noises coming from a bush. And when he went to investigate, he found a little baby tabby kitten. He told my parents about the cat and they said its mom was probably looking for it, but if the cat was still there when we got back from church, then we could let it inside. And after we got back, my brother checked the bush, and the cat was still there. So we took her in, we fed her, and we decided to name her Shady after Eminem's The Real Slim
Shady?
Shady because she was an obnoxious cat and didn't like
Oh
us at
my
all.
gosh.
Yeah, but she's so
Super
cute
shady.
though. And that's how our family got our one and only cat. One cat is enough. There were no more cats.
When I see the YouTube videos of cats knocking stuff over, I feel seen. Or not seen, excuse me.
Feel seen?
That's not the right word. That's not the right word. I just feel validated in my decision to not ever have a cat. That's just a
You'd be
prick
so-
move. It's like, that's an whole move. That's not cool. Why are you doing that? Why are cats so destructive? It's just like, I take care of you, I feed you, I give you a home, and then you just knock my shit over? It's not cool.
That's because they feel like they own you.
Exactly.
Dogs know their place in the
Dogs are
world.
better. If you train your dog, you can put like a piece of meat or something or a rat in front of a dog and say, don't touch that.
Yeah.
And you can walk to the next room.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
dog
Leave it.
wants it, but it won't. It'll just watch. If you do the same thing with a cat, as much as it's trained, if you go, don't touch it, by the time you
touch it.
turn around, the cat's already gobbling it.
Backstabbers.
Until one night when I was sitting at the kitchen table and through the window of the back door, I saw 2 yellow eyes
Oh, boy.
staring at me.
Oh, boy.
And as a kid, I still thought monsters were cool. So I pointed it out to my family, hey, there's eyes outside. And everyone turned and was like, what the? So we opened the back door and a piece of the night just walked into the house like it lived there or something. Does this mean we have bad luck? Apparently, just waltzing in our house uninvited is a very effective strategy to get adopted because she ended up living with us for the rest of her cat life. My older sister loved Sailor Moon, and in the show, there's this black cat named Luna. Spoiler alert, Luna's actually an alien that can turn into a human sometimes, but most of the time she's just a cat. So we named the cat after her, and little old Luna fit great in our home. We were your standard nuclear family with 2 cats. Just 2. We never got another cat
this story
ever again.
is so true. We had 5 cats at one time.
You just said.
I wasn't me.
You just said people have a lot of cats are weird.
But it wasn't me. It was my family's home. Whatever, loser.
Weird.
No, wait.
That's what W stands for.
Wait. It started off with.
Hold on. Weird. That's what you said.
They are weird.
You and your family were weird. You had a lot of cats.
Well, the first cat we saved, okay, was in a trash bag, and we saw something moving, so we go, and there's a little kitten. Oh my God, it's so cute. And I went to my grandpa, can we keep it? He's like, sure, okay.
Cut to the chase.
Then my sister found a bunch of kittens at her work, and the mom was dead. There's like 5 of them. Now, all of them started dying except for 2.
Another one we gave away. And then my mom was like,
Borderline death. Anyway, she was like, hey, oh my gosh, God, please, if you let it live. And then we have a stray that comes into our house, just walks on in, like no worries. It was the dirtiest white cat ever. He's the biggest ass.
Yeah, also happened to be white.
I said, yeah, and he's and wow, that's so bad.
Let's move on.
And sometimes we would see this calico cat hanging out in our backyard. We didn't know if she already had a home, and she would run away from us if we got close. So we left out a 3rd food bowl for her.
Oh my
and then
God.
she invited some of her siblings along because 2 other cats decided to chill in our backyard.
Too much. Oh, it got
and
a
one
bit
of the
in the
cats
ear.
was a boy, which meant we had to get all 5 cats neutered. And just like that, we more than doubled the amount of cats we had. We were feline pretty good. 3 more cats added to the family, because why not? That's the perfect amount of cats if you ask me. I'm going to name them now. We're not getting 3 more cats.
That was me in the
2 is
family.
enough.
I was the mom.
We can't just
my
kick
mom.
them out. We're going to find them a new home, but we're not keeping them. Okay. Also, you're not allowed to name them. What? If you name them, then you'll get attached to them. And we're not keeping them. So since our mom banned us from naming the cats, we called them the Calico Cat and the 2 other ones. And we kept calling them this until our mom found them a new home. Turns out that their new home was our home, because my mom never found them a new home. So we just left them food outside, and they were happy with that relationship. They would let you pet them sometimes and even sit on your lap, but if you tried to pick them up, they would hiss and bite you.
Yep.
They did not like being picked up or being inside.
That's just
They
cats.
were feral cats. One time it was raining, so we thought it would be a good idea to bring the calico cat inside, but she freaked out. She hissed and scratched us. She hated being inside more than she hated the rain. And by the way, cats can be very loud, like as loud as dogs. They just
What?
never raise their voices. They're too proper for that.
Yeah.
So since she didn't like being inside, we just put her back outside in the pouring rain. We ended up naming the boy cat Spot, the other cat we named Pepper, and the calico, we didn't change her name. We named her Calico. That's like naming a dog Golden Retriever or Chihuahua. I don't know if that's sad, but you know what is sad? One day Spot just disappeared. He stopped showing up to the house, and we never
Coyote
saw him
got
again.
it.
I hope he found a good home, but who knows, you know? Maybe he went off to start a 2nd life, or a 5th or 6th life. Get it? Because they have 9 lives. Yeah, but he's probably dead.
Yeah.
And then I was in high school when Shady died. She had a good home.
Oh, they're
with
covering
us,
all the
but
grounds that you're talking
it was
about.
time to
Yes,
go.
I told you.
So we were down to 3 cats, and we
I had a
never
cat like
got
that.
another cat ever again.
The black
But then one day, my parents are out on a walk.
Oh,
My mom saw a scrawny black kitten
Yep.
on the side of the road, and she said, "Can we keep it?"
Oh
And
my
dad
God.
said, "No, keep walking, keep walking." And then on their way back from the
It
walk,
followed
for
you.
some reason, my dad didn't take a different route. The cat was still there, meowing at them. So my parents brought her home, and my twin sister named her Pepsi. My sister really loved Pepsi. I was more of a Coke person myself. But when my sister went off to college and I stayed home for community college, we let Pepsi outside one day, and she didn't come back.
Oh my
We didn't
God.
know how to tell my sister that our cat was missing, so we didn't. But we were all really worried. We put up
is
missing
so
posters,
bad.
and after almost 2 months of being missing,
Came
she just
back?
appeared in the backyard. I don't know what happened in that 2-month period. She looked fine. Maybe she got adopted by another family, and now some poor family is missing their cat Salem. Maybe she went out looking for my sister and got lost. Maybe she started acting in some Japanese TV shows. Who knows? But we found her. We didn't even tell my sister that our cat had been missing until after we
Just
found
open the door.
Pepsi. So
This is so
she
true,
wasn't very
though.
happy about that. Then Luna passed
that to my
away.
younger sister.
It was sad.
So I had a
but
cat that looked like Luna.
Cats don't live forever.
My sister's cat's
Sorry.
name is Luna.
Sailor Moon wasn't even a good show anyway. Now, longtime Odd Ones Out fans might know this next story. My older brother found another kitten at the gym he worked at, brought her home, and named her Azula. But the name Azula didn't stick because we found out that Azula was a dude. I was the one, by the way, who saw Azula's firebender.
Since he went there, I have a story.
It's true.
I have a story. So I have a friend whose last name is Azul. And I said, sounds kind of like a body part. She goes, yeah, blue. I go, what? She goes, yeah, it means blue. I just moved on. She had no idea. I was saying it sounds like asshole.
Azul?
Azul.
Oh, Azul.
Yeah.
Azul. I see.
Yeah.
We had a French foreign exchange student living with us, and she didn't know the word for kitten, so she called him the baby cat. And then we all started calling him the baby cat, and now that's his name, Baby Cat. That's how he got his name, Baby Cat.
cute.
Since we're on the topic of pets, I have something that I probably should have mentioned a while ago. For the most part, I try to keep this channel goofy and lighthearted, which is probably why I waited so long to tell you this. But around Christmas of 2017, my dog Georgie passed away.
Okay.
You might remember her in some of my older videos. She was 13 years old, and just like the cats, it was her time to go. Yes, it was sad, but that's what happens to pets. They become your best friend, but they're not in your life forever. So if you have pets, remember to appreciate them now. I wouldn't have changed anything about Georgie's life. She was a good dog. Sorry, that part got a little personal.
That's just wrong. That's messed up. That's just wrong.
I love how he baits you with
Yeah,
this really
like, you're
sad.
like,
I'm like, oh God, Kristen's gonna cry again. And then he goes, personal.
That's something you would say or you would do. You would tell
Probably.
me something so sad, and you'd be like, and I'd be like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you really?
An emotional support dog for their dog, and they got Jax because he liked to jump, so he was their jumping Jax. Aw, what a good name.
Okay, that was fun.
That was fun. I like that. It's so true. Everything about that is true. I already said my piece. Like,
What was amazing to me is how you called all the things that were gonna happen in the video.
because that's how it starts.
Yeah.
With the cats and then and dogs, and then you're just like, you can't stop.
Yeah.
And you can really hate an animal, or not really hate, but like not like an animal. But then once you have, you're like, okay, yeah. Oh my God. Oh. And then you're like, I'm never getting another animal. They're so dirty. They're this. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh. And I'm like, damn. Ugh, you got me.
All right, y'all. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jabby Coy. This is
KRISTEN, STEPHENSONPINO.
Peace out.